is up, ladies and gentlemen? Chromathos here, coming at you along with
AjK36.
So, what we're going to be doing with this video, we're going to have our first interview with AjK36. We'll go ahead and ask him some questions, try to see his point of view, and what we're going to end up doing. So, AJ.
Yes.
All right. So we've been talking about this for a good while now, and we just ended up finishing one of the interviews, so it's still more or less fresh.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to know what was your first game?
My first game, like experience, or like the first game I remember playing?
The first video game that you remember playing.
The first video game I remember playing, I wasn't supposed to play. I was at my cousin's house, and he had like Grand Theft Auto 1. And it was just like, that's one of like the first, like I was 4 or 5, something like that. And I was just like, didn't really know what I was doing. And now that I'm like looking back into my memory, like I had a flamethrower and I was killing everyone. It's crazy. But like the first video game, like memory that I have, like when I think of video games and where like my heart is in it, it's Crash Bandicoot.
Right. Yeah.
Me and my mom used to sit in and just one life each. If we died, just pass off the control. She hates video games, so that's the video game she would play with me, and it was just amazing. So it's one of those ones where I'm just like, it's deep down.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
But I can almost picture little 4 or 5-year-old you just busting caps on hookers.
Oh yeah, it was pretty fantastic.
So with some of your better memories of video games, what is the biggest disappointment in a game that you've ever had, or biggest video game disappointment?
Biggest video game disappointment would have to be. That's a tough one. I would have to say Call of Duty, to be 100% honest.
Which one?
Any of the recent ones except for the newest Modern Warfare. I mean, I think it kind of started with Ghost, like Ghost
Really?
up until World War II wasn't too bad. I just like it kind of just became the same game that was trying to compete with a company that it didn't need to compete with.
Right. Okay.
And so, I mean, in that aspect, I think it was definitely that. Like they have. You can claim Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 are all the same game, but they all were different in their own rights.
Right.
And it still made it Call of Duty. You didn't have to make Call of Duty into Titanfall. You didn't have to make You didn't have to compete like that because you were going to be a standout game.
Right.
One way or another.
Right, and that's for me. That's really one of the things too that I get aggravated on. It's almost like the FIFA games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's literally the same game every year, just new characters. Same thing with some of the wrestling games. Get me wrong though, I love me some good WWE.
Oh, I mean,
not every single year the same game.
Well, that's what I've been doing with Madden.
Yeah.
I've been buying every few years and then playing through, and like I'll play like online when I get it, and then like once it's off, like once it's the new year, I'll just sit back and enjoy playing against bots because it's still fun. It's still football for me.
All right, so I guess the follow-up is, what games are you currently playing now?
Well, big one obviously, SMITE. As much as I loathe the game, like I want to yell at it sometimes, it's just something I constantly play.
Yeah.
It's probably because I'm pretty decent at it.
He says it modestly, by the way.
Most people I play with would say that I'm the better player that they play with. I've played with way better players than myself though, so
yeah.
I can't claim that spot where I'm just like I'm number one, but I'd say I'm pretty decent.
Okay.
Also, I'm big into Call of Duty right now. I really like the new series. I know a lot of people don't, but it's actually pretty good. And then Battlefield 5 I've just gotten into.
Okay.
Oh, and El Mook is making me play Overwatch.
See, now that's a game that he's trying to get me to play it too. Now, The gameplay itself, I'm all right with.
Yeah.
But the art style of the game.
Oh, it's beautiful.
See, and that's the thing is for me it's not.
Oh no.
No, I don't like that art style.
See, I could see where you don't like the art style because it's really it's kind of like kawaii.
Well, yeah, it's very very bright. It reminds me a lot of Fortnite, where
Right.
it's very bright colors, and it kind of reminds me of Candy Shop.
Right. See, and if you like the gameplay of Overwatch, what
Hmm.
I would kind of recommend is Hi-Rez has their own Overwatch, which is the maker of SMITE.
Hmm.
They have paladins,
Okay.
and so I mean, I another friend of mine has gotten me to start playing paladins
Hmm.
again. I played a lot a long time ago because I needed a break from SMITE. And so it's pretty well put together. They came out about the same time Overwatch did, so
Okay.
it's pretty balanced, but it's definitely less cartoony.
Yeah.
It's more like put together, I guess, in that aspect.
Yeah, that's actually something that I've noticed about myself. Is the older I get, the less bright I like my colors. It's kind
Yeah,
of weird, but whatever.
it's your eyesight.
So yeah, right. So right now, what games are you looking forward
I don't. I think I'm just excited to see where they go from now.
to? Yeah.
Go like where they're headed because right now I feel like we're kind of in a stale spot in
Hmm.
gaming. Everything's kind of, which isn't a bad thing. If it's good, don't fix it, or if it,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I kind of feel like that's where we're at right now in gaming.
Hmm.
Like they kind of keep just trying to bring out the same thing but better.
Right.
Um, but at the same time, like I mean, Dota 2's been out 10 years,
Hmm.
if not longer, or a little bit less. Um, I mean, Call of Duty brings out one a year, but I mean, I wouldn't even be mad to see Call of Duty do a 2 year thing.
Right.
Start that sort of thing instead of pushing out these games. Do the, I mean, free games do it all the time. Make the microtransactions a little bit more.
Hmm.
They're gonna do it anyways. Might as well
Right.
just put more time into a game thought process than just bust out quantity. I prefer quality. That's just
Right,
my
and
opinion.
that's actually one of the things that when was it, like 4 years ago, we were getting two Call of Duty games out a year.
Yeah,
And for me that was a bit much.
no, definitely.
So yeah, no, I can go ahead and see where you're coming from with that. So what else are you into besides gaming? What else entertainment wise are you into?
Um, well, I mean, I as the editor for Level Up,
Yeah.
I really enjoy editing. I like watching YouTube videos and
Hmm.
like when you see an editor that likes his job, you can tell. And
Hmm.
that's kind of like I'm new, so like
Right.
it's not necessarily something, but I love watching them because it gives me like inspiration on like how do I do this?
Right.
How can I learn from this? And once again, learning like I'm not necessarily schooled for
Hmm.
it, so I just train myself. I go on and I look to see how can I make this shot possible.
Right, and that's actually something that I've even told my kids is never let your schooling get in the way of your education.
Yep.
So I like where you're actually going with that. Is you don't necessarily need to be classically trained on how to do something. For me, I found throughout my various careers is they have the way that they want me to do it, and
Hmm.
then I'll get in with a program and I'll just start messing around with it. And that's how I end up exploring what I can do, what I can't do with the program, how I can go ahead and change the program. So this approach that you're actually going with now, I actually enjoy that because that for me that's what I count as experience.
Right.
Is you're learning at your own pace, and then you're also looking forward to what else you can learn on top of that.
Exactly.
Right. So along with that, what are some improvements in gaming itself that you want to see? So you spoke earlier about how we're stagnant now.
Yeah, I'd like to see some progress within like them. 'Cause obviously, I'm not a game designer.
Hmm.
Like I play the games and I enjoy the games, so I'd like to see someone make the jump, like the next leap. So like battle royales were the next leap.
Mm-hmm.
They were big, weren't necessarily my play style. I played them because you have to jump on the hype sometimes.
Right.
And so I mean I play them. I still play them a little bit now.
Mm-hmm.
Still not like I enjoy the way my play style works is I'm very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I like to just run out and kill. Or
So
just,
you're the Leroy Jenkins
yes,
of the group.
I am. I mean, you've seen it in when we're playing.
I have.
Like I just have to be aggressive. That's just who I am.
Right.
If I'm not aggressive, I'm learning.
Right. Okay.
So that's what I would like to see is someone just make that next. What's going to be the next big thing? Because
Okay.
I know it's coming. Because the battle royale is kind of getting a little stagnant now.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that someone's going to come up with something that's just the next step of gaming.
Right. Right along with that, I do remember playing the early Call of Duties. The big red one
Yep.
was actually one of my favorite ones, and it was a great first single player game. And then you could go ahead and do the split screen and have a buddy go ahead and do it. And then after that, I saw the whole online kind of thing, and that was just a revolution in and of itself.
Right.
And then from there, a lot of games started doing the online thing. So yeah, no, I'm right along with you. I can kind of see something else coming up, but whether or not it's going to be is going to be super successful. That still remains to be seen.
Right.
So what are you looking forward to with Level Up with the company?
Obviously, I'm excited about like being a part of something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Being a gamer, always wanted to do something with gaming. Like
Yeah.
I don't see myself as an entertainer
Mm-hmm.
necessarily. Like I don't want to be like Ninja or like any of these big time
Right.
streamers or anything like that. Just not my personality. I don't fit that mold.
Yeah, and to go right along with that, I don't see anybody in the team with that type of personality. With them trying to be a full-on entertainer, and I think with what we're trying to do with Level Up, I think that's exactly what we're actually wanting, at least for now. Eventually, the company will evolve, and it might change.
Right. No, exactly. So I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes from there.
Okay.
What was the question again? Sorry.
What are you looking forward to with Level Up?
Oh, but I mean, I think the thing I'm most excited for is the esports side of it.
Yeah.
I think that esports is blowing up, and I think it's one of the most exciting things in my generation that we've
Yeah.
kind of just come up with is just the fact that it's growing at the rate it's growing at. One of the things that I've compared Level Up to,
Mm-hmm.
um, and what I want to see it kind of do is the Green Arcade from South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
I am so excited to possibly get some kid out of our facility that
Right.
goes big, or we make him big on our esports team. Like,
Right.
it's honestly like on a level I've always wanted to go into esports.
Mm-hmm.
With SMITE, I've had the opportunity sort of
Mm-hmm.
to try out. I haven't gotten the courage to jump for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I necessarily will because once again I'm not really molded for that.
Right.
I'm more of a standby, like I'll coach you through it, but not gonna necessarily play it.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, what are you looking forward to with the team? The team that you. So you already know everybody that's part of the team
Yep.
of Level Up. So,
No,
what are you looking forward to doing with them?
I mean, I've watched most of them grow from young to little,
Right.
or young to older.
Right.
But and so I'm excited to see them grow even more.
Right.
I've watched them all graduate basically and just move from where they were and who they are now
Right.
is crazy to see. But on top of that, I mean, I'm excited to work with them. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different relationship when it comes to being family to being colleagues. And I'm excited to see that transition kind of move into being together.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people have a hard time mixing
Yeah.
those worlds, but we seem to be doing it pretty good so far.
Yeah, that's actually also been you kind of hit one of my, not necessarily a fear but a concern. You hit that nail right on the head. Is some people are great, just family, very a very unified family that can be a family together. But as far as colleagues, everything kind of implodes. So I think, as long as we have people that are cognizant of what can go wrong, as long as we all work towards, hopefully not.
Right.
Uh,
Well, and I feel like we all want the same thing. We want this company
yeah.
to succeed. We don't necessarily want to succeed individually. We want to succeed as a unit. And I think
Right.
that's what brings us together in like the aspect of us all being different personalities. We're all
Mm-hmm.
our individual person, but we all have the same goal.
Right, and to go back to Killer Jack's interview, one of the things that he ended up saying is that he is actually looking forward to um, being a little bit more serious on games and working with people that are more serious on gaming.
Exactly.
So I see, that he's not really looking for himself, but he wants to work with somebody else that's, that shares the same thing. So
Right.
yeah, that kind of reflects your answer as well.
Well, and speaking on Killer Jack, I think he's one of the people that could possibly be one of the up and comers if he were to focus on a game, if he
Yeah.
really wanted to. So
Yeah, so
just
we're not saying anything here, Killer Jack. We're just
I'm
saying.
just saying, focus.
So what are you working on now?
Right now, an interview.
Smart ass.
Right now, I mean, we're working on just getting content out with
Right.
with everything that Chromathos said in the previous interview.
Hmm.
What you said in the previous
I was
interview,
wondering. I'm like,
literally,
wait, we're going third person here, all
right?
right?
What you said in the previous interview, it's kind of crazy right now. So we're
Mhm.
not able to meet the goals that we initially set for ourselves.
Right.
So we have to set new goals. What are
Yep.
those goals? Getting content out. As an editor, as a content creator, I mean, I just want to get as much. Once again, though, it comes down to like the gaming. I
Hmm.
want quality over quantity.
Right.
Whereas I will push out as much as I can. I'm not
Hmm.
going to throw you guys crap. I'm not
Right.
going to.
Yeah, and I feel that's something that this little budding community that we're having has something to look forward to. Right now, we're small. You guys are getting videos once a week maybe, and you will be delivering quality content versus, all right, here's 3 videos a week and they're all crap.
Right.
So
And we might do some like smaller. We're working on some smaller daily videos,
mhm,
but it's not going to be an every week. Like it's not going to be something that is going to be 10+ minutes. It's
right,
going to be something like these are going to be a little bit more quality versus quantity. We're going to have conversations. We're going to have actual gameplay
right.
sort of thing, and it's going to be something that hopefully piques interest.
Right. So one of the things that I did end up seeing that you're working on now, and you're going to end up working with Tiny T, is the 60-second smites.
Yep.
Those small videos, and they literally are 60 seconds.
Yep.
So you're trying to give as much information as you actually can about a certain character in Smite within that 60-second allotted time, and that's something that you're coordinating with Tiny T.
Yep.
So yeah,
And
no, those are things to really look forward to, right?
yep. And we have some of those done. We're just coordinating with Tiny T to get her side. So what basically is going to happen is I'm going to explain one part, and then she's going to kind of give a 60-second lore. So hers going to
Right.
be a little bit more difficult because I mean
Yep.
it's easier to put like this guy is this how you play him basically in
Hmm.
60 seconds, but telling a man's life in 60 seconds
Right.
is going to be pretty difficult, but I mean, I think we have the right person for the task on that end.
I really do think so. One of the things about her that I've obviously noticed over the years is she has a passion for it.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
So,
I mean, she loves history and like mythology. So
right.
to add to that, though,
Hmm.
I'm really interested in getting gameplay from the community.
Right. Yeah, that's actually one of the things that I did end up forgetting to mention again, is yeah, getting community gameplay. So I guess right now is a good time to let you guys know. Submit in the comments. You can go ahead and let us know that you want to submit some gameplay, and we'll go ahead and start collecting some of you guys' gameplays for I don't know the top 10 plays of the month. So we can go ahead and start doing that as well.
Exactly. And I mean, that's one of the things I've really been excited about is being able to compile gameplay from you guys because we are here for you guys. Yes, we are doing this for now and we might continue it once we're up, but the main reason for this channel is to show you guys off
Right.
and show off the community and how well we can game as a team.
Right. Right. So with that being said, anything else that you want to go ahead and add?
No, I think just
All right, ladies and gents, don't forget to like, subscribe, share us on social media. If you click on the link down below, you'll go ahead and go on to our little link tree and also submit some of your gameplays.